Guys, welcome back to Southern Girl Cooks. So this is a request that we got for deep fried salmon bites. Really simple recipe with a lot of bang. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with our eggs, and I've got 2 eggs in here. As always, I will link on the screen and in the description box how much of each ingredient that we're using. So now that I've whisked those eggs together, I am going to add in lemon juice, and I am going to add in hot sauce. It doesn't matter which type of lemon juice or hot sauce that you use, just use what you like, okay? In this bowl, I have mixed in the lemon juice and the hot sauce together, and I am going to give that a whisk. Now we're going to put this out of our way for a moment. And we are going to mix our seasonings together. Now, if you don't like the seasonings that I've chosen, you can always use what you like. I've got some black pepper. I've got some Old Bay seasoning. I've got some beautiful sazon. You'll notice that I am not using salt because we're using the hot sauce and it's got a pretty high sodium content to it. So I already have measured out the ingredients for those 3 seasonings and put them in this bowl. And I've got some cornmeal here. Okay, so I am just going to dump the seasonings into the cornmeal mixture. We're going to give this a whirl, just to mix everything in. Now guys, while you're getting your ingredients together, you do want to make sure that you have your oil heating. Now I use vegetable oil. You can use whatever oil you prefer, but I'm just using just vegetable oil, okay? Make sure that you are heating that to 350 degrees. And that's going to give you a nice, beautiful crust. And I always make sure that I use a thermometer, okay? That's the surefire way to know that you have the correct temperature. So the next thing that we're going to do, I'm not making a lot because I'm only cooking for me. So you can cut this in strips if you like. You can cut it in chunks if you like. I am just going to cut it into some nice, beautiful bite-sized chunks. Okay. Now keep in mind that whatever size that if you do strips or you do tenders, just keep in mind that you will want to adjust your cooking time based on how long or how thick your pieces are. Now we're going to get that out of the way. We're going to bring in some flour. Now that is just all-purpose flour. If you have self-rising flour, that's fine. You can use that. Use what you have. This is the cornmeal that I use. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've got our flour here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our pieces in flour. Just roll them in the flour like this. Get them nice and coated. And guys, as always, if there is something that you want me to prepare, please comment down below. My team and I always check the comments for content, and if there is something you want for me to prepare, just put it down there. I promise we'll get to you, okay? So now that we've got that rolled in the flour, we're going to reintroduce in our egg mixture, and we are going to drop our pieces into the egg mixture, and then we are going to roll it into the cornmeal mixture, okay? So I am going to just continue that process for all of the pieces, and then we'll start to fry. Just make sure you're getting them all nice and coated with the cornmeal, okay? And if you need to add more cornmeal, you can do that. Just make sure that you're seasoning that cornmeal if you need to add more. Okay, so now that we've got that nice and coated, we're going to bring in our hot oil. Okay, guys, so our oil, we've tested it, and it is now 350 degrees. We have got our beautiful salmon bites that we've tossed in the flour, the egg, and the cornmeal mixture. So now we're just going to drop them into our hot oil. And guys, you don't have to cook salmon that long, so you just cook it until it's golden brown to your liking, and then you can pull it out, okay? Now, ooh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I know. You guys, you don't want to crowd your pan, because if you do that, you're not going to get that nice, beautiful crust that you're looking for. So keep that in mind. Take your time with this. Now, that's already golden brown, guys. Doesn't take long at all. Doesn't take long at all. As long as you have your temperature on your fryer, you've tested it and you've verified that it's at the right temperature, doesn't take long at all. The last thing you want is overcooked salmon. Okay? So we're going to be bringing this out just in just a moment. Isn't that pretty? I'm getting hungry, guys. Now, while that's cooking, I'll show you the type of sauce that I like to use for mine. You don't have to use any sauce. You can just sprinkle a little Old Bay on it if you want. But if not, this is what I like to use. I like to use that for my shrimp as well. I've also got just some teriyaki sauce, if that's something that you might be interested in. That's just an idea for you. So let's go ahead and bring these out. I like to drain mine on a paper towel just to get rid of the excess oil. And then we'll give these babies a try. Quick, simple meal idea, snack idea. We are going to go ahead and throw our other ones in here. Guys, you can prep these ahead, freeze them, and then cook them when you're ready. All right, while that's cooking, I'm going to break open one just so you see what we have. We've got some beautifully cooked salmon, okay? Now, if you like yours cooked more than that, you can certainly do that. I don't like my salmon cooked like a super long time, okay? Now, we're going to give these a try. That's really good. Dip them in the sauce. That's really good. That's the appetizer that I didn't know I needed today. Yummy. That's really tasty, guys. Ooh, hot. Oh, I forgot to try it in the teriyaki sauce.